This is the screen for the Ultimate Troubleshooter version 4.21. I just went ahead and installed this one. We have been advertising, I think it was 3.7 something on PCMech.com for some time, but I wanted to give a personal tour of version 4.2. I think this is a very good product because what it does, it provides plain English explanations of what all of your tasks, services, startups, all these things are under Windows, because as many people know, Windows runs tasks. However, it doesn't provide any information as to what those things does, and it's quite cryptic. So you'll see here at the top, I've got tasks, I've got services, startups, system info. My task list obviously is fairly long because I've got quite a bit of things running on this computer right now. However, you'll see that it does tell you exactly what these things are. The task name, this might be something that is a little bit cryptic, but then you can come over, you can see how much memory is it taking up, who made it, which is NVIDIA. It tells you right off the bat, is this something to do with my video? Right here, there's a manufacturer's description, NVIDIA driver helper service. So you could tell what these things are. It provides a hell of a lot more information than the Windows Task Manager does. Now one of the things, let's go for example to ALG. This is a Microsoft component. You can look down here and it'll tell you right off the bat, application layer gateway service found only with Windows XP 2003. It tells you in English exactly what this task is and if it's important or not. And then down here it says our recommendations. Now this is coming right from the people at answersthatworks.com, and it's basically their plain English description of what to do with that task. Now obviously it says this, in this case the ALG is very important, you wouldn't want to turn it off. But otherwise it'll give you an alert. It says not okay. Multiple possibilities. It'll give you basically a rating and the information that it knows in any particular task. Here I've got Dreamweaver, which is the web design program working, and it says you have the Dreamweaver website design software currently open. Well, I do. So it provides great information in English on these things, because most of us, including me, and I'm pretty familiar with computers, and I don't even know what a lot of these services are and what these tasks are because they're just not named to be user friendly. With this, you have all this information here, and it's in a constantly updated database. If for example, it doesn't know what a particular one is, unknown, it'll say. You can also, up here into email unidentified tasks, you can actually send information to the people that made this program, report it, and then it'll eventually, I'm sure, show up in a future database update. Clicking over here to services, you've got all the services that are running under Windows, because this, again, is great for deciphering exactly what is running on your computer, because a lot of services are started here, and a lot of them are probably not even being used. In which case you can actually go on here and disable them. If you right click on one of these things, you can stop the service, you can change how it's started up by Windows, view dependencies, all sorts of different things that you can do with it right from this program. And of course you can do this via Windows itself, but it's just a little bit less straightforward on how to do it. I mean, many people don't know how to get to the service list and in Windows XP or any version of Windows in order to do this. Well, in this program it can all be done right from one interface. Startups provides a list of all of the applications that are starting up automatically when you boot Windows. Now you can see I've got a pretty big list here, and one of the beauties of it is that these are programs that are starting up that are either via the registry or something like that are not very obvious to me based on settings or what have you that they are starting up automatically. For example, Realtek, I think this has something to do with my sound card, but I don't even think about this thing. And a lot of this stuff might not even be necessary. And if you're sitting here wanting to debug your computer, this is a great way to find out exactly what's running. You can disable it, whether it be temporarily or permanently, and you can debug your computer that way. Click on System Info and you get all kinds of information about your computer. That's great for debugging, telling what you have. I can tell this is a gateway machine here, so I can tell MicroStar motherboard, I can tell what kind of CPU I have, which is the Intel Pentium D, and all kinds of information here that's really great information, and it's displayed in a nice well formatted setup. There's a lot of information on this thing. So I really do like the Ultimate Troubleshooter. I mean, the whole idea behind PCMech.com is to provide plain English information to people that use computers that are not nerds, and that's really what it comes down to. That's the reason why I like this program, is because it does decipher this information for people that are not cryptic nerdy types that know what all these .exe files are. This thing will actually tell you what they are and give you the information that you need to decide what to do with it. So that's the Ultimate Troubleshooter version 4.21.